What's new? What's new? What's new? What is everybody doing today? What is everybody working on today? What is on y'all projects today? Hey, Mary.
Your son
Hold
is
on, give me
attempting
one
to
second,
reach you
y'all.
on your cellular device.
Sorry, that was my son. He decided to call me and saying that he's going to be home in a little bit. Ooh. I started making a skirt. Uh, I did my crochet chain and connected both of them together. Connected both ends and started working in a round. Like I started it, and this is all I got done so far. And I'm not even done with the first row. It's a little jagged, but we all know how it is when we first start our first crochet, and then we have to go back and darken it up a little bit. And this is my first time making a skirt, so I seen a tutorial on it. So I was like, well, it seems like something like that, Mary. I'm like, I was going through YouTube and somebody was making a skirt, so I was like, well, I'm going to attempt to make my own skirt and my own pattern on it. So I'm still trying to work out the kinks on it because purposely I made the chain and connected both ends right here, and then in each stitch I'm doing for the first row I have double in each one. So after that, I'm debating if I want to do a double or hi Kelly. I'm just doing half doubles for like the foundation or whatever. Then after that, I'm gonna probably do a double, like a mixture of like so many rows, like back and forth. So I'm just like debating on what I want to do and how I want to do it. I'll figure it out after I get past when I get out to the other end. Because the colors I know is going to be I'm starting off with blue. Next color is going to be orange. And then after that is going to be green. Because I'm going with African colors. Because that's what I'm going for. Then like, and it's like, it ain't my first time working in a train, but it's like I really. This is like my second time working in a round because I really don't like working in a round. I think this is my second or third time working in a round. Don't get me wrong. I just don't do it very often. And tell Trouble she better get up. Mater. So like when working in a round, I'm like a little slow at it. Because originally I started this last, I think it was last night or the night before. But with everything going on in my house, I had to like constantly put it down. So I was like, forget it. But it's not for like my second or third attempt. It's not too bad. It really ain't. I'm just gonna have to doctor it up a little bit. And I'm like, there's the link, Crystal. I just posted it. And 1/4 better get up here too. Come on, 1/4. I know you want to because you love me. I like work without a pattern.
Him asked stupid question.
Okay, what is it?
Was I gonna get up on?
Oh yes, you was.
Him asked silly questions.
I'm just waiting for the 1/4 to come along to tell me if she wants to or not.
Hello.
Hey, boyfriend.
Hey, girlfriend.
Yeah, he literally he stepped out to take the dog out. I'm like, okay, mine. Yeah,
And I finally got my internet fixed today.
yay,
What'd you bring it for?
not her, to the company.
Hang on,
I
guys.
was so mad last night.
Yes. I'm doing better. Still working.
You talk about going in the round. Okay,
Yeah, because
uh,
like this is like
I'll.
my second or third attempt working in around. Because like the
Oh,
first few times I did working around, I didn't really like it, and I decided to working around to make a skirt.
yeah,
And this is how far I got so far. The bottom one, starting chain, top is like I'm doing the
first row.
yeah.
Well, you said in the round, and I need washcloth, so
And I'm like,
because I have two of these.
Oh, that pretty.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It looks good. The starting, and I just okay. I got to have this or this or this. And
Mm.
do I know what I'm doing? No. So let's figure out what I have to do to get where I need to be.
True.
And this is one I've done multiple times
Here
before.
comes one fourth.
It's Kelly.
Hey.
I just still made hers worse for you.
Oh, okay.
That's why I say here come one fourth trouble.
How's it going?
It's going.
Okay.
No.
So what's the agenda today, Miss Ashley?
The agenda is that we behaving today.
I'm always behaving.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right?
you behave more than I do, so okay.
Yeah, no, I'm chilling. Like, you know
You see
me.
who I'm pointing to, right?
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
cool.
and the main trouble went outside.
Okay. How's he feeling? Better? Ish.
Crystal, don't do that because I'm ready to go to sleep too. So don't do
Ish.
that.
Ish.
I actually took a nap. He was out. He's been out in the garage most of the day,
Mm-hmm.
but he hasn't done anything out there.
Okay.
So he's all right, but he's not well enough to go back to work because his job is up and run. He's the gopher. He goes and does this. He goes for that. Goes here. Goes there. He makes pallet. He takes old pallets, fixes new pallets, drives forklift, so he can't. Yeah, you're muted, Kelly.
Sorry, I'm crinkling paper.
Ah.
So I went, oh.
I didn't mute you.
No, I did because I'm like, listen.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
noisy. Yeah, so
yeah.
I'm gonna mute.
And all the painkillers and stuff that we have here, he can't go to work with that in his system without being extremely screwed up and possibly hurting or killing himself and someone else.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's a good reason. Yeah, I understand that. Okay.
so it's like I love him. I want him. I love being home with him, but I want his happy butt back at work because he needs to go back to work.
Yeah. Bills must be paid.
Yes.
I hate paying bills. Whoever, like I always said, you know how when we was all kids that we all said that I can't wait until we get grown.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it here.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
a
the
lie.
worst. It's the worst. Adulthood is the worst hood that you can ever live in.
It is true.
It's a lie. This
Yep.
is not the best thing that happened to us.
No.
I can't. Oh, I like now. Like since like growing up now, it's just like me saying that I can't wait till I'm grown. I can do this. I can do that.
Right.
And
I want
then
to be a quick one.
and not realizing like I hate it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worse than any hood projects that you can live in America. It's the worst thing that can happen to any person.
Yeah. Well, we're living in present day slavery.
Pretty much.
Even though we're getting a paycheck.
Right.
It took me a while to figure this out, but I was thinking that most people are sort of slaves. Like, in other words, you don't have a whole lot of, you don't have much over the command of your time.
Mm.
Yeah.
And when I was working like full time, I remember I would always sit there. And even though, like I said, I was a good worker, I had a good attendance, I always made an effort and all this stuff, but I was always looking at my watch, silently or subconsciously.
That's
Yeah,
what
to go.
Yeah, like I'm just like, what is the point of this? Like I would always say that.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like when I be at work, I be sitting there and be like, because you know how everything at work is like pretty much digital. They can tell time and everything.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I've been here for about like 4 hours, knowing it only been 30 minutes past the time I clocked in. I'm like, why I feel like I've been here for 4 hours and it only been 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually had one manager. Well, you need tell me to that I didn't need their watch. I looked at him like, you want me to when I go on lunch break, you want me to come back, right? He goes, yeah. Like, so I'm wearing a watch. I said, when it
Mhm.
gets 10 minutes time for me to go,
Yep.
I'm gonna let you know.
Yep.
So,
But it's fascinating that that's the way I was thinking.
uh oh,
Oh, Kelly,
Uh oh.
you cut
what
out.
happened? It ain't me this time.
Nope.
Oh, she didn't mute. She
Mm-mm.
just your
Froze for a
volume
second.
went hot. You went da 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 boom.
Oh. Now
You
see,
were
it's funny.
talking,
I can see
everything went through.
myself.
Your volume just dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, that's weird. Probably because I said what I said.
YouTube, the YouTube algorithm has decided they don't like what we're talking about.
Maybe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because
So anyway,
maybe
but
it
but
be
yeah,
days like,
that's
and
what
I have
I
to do a
like.
mid shift tomorrow.
Right.
And like, I can't stand doing mid shifts because like my mid shifts is from like 9 to 5, 10 to 6. And I'm like, I'll be ready to go by 2 o'clock.
Right.
I'm
I
like,
would rather come in, open up, leave at 2 or 3
Right.
than come in at 9, 10, 11, and leave an hour before the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
and I'd be like, sometimes like when I first started working there, I didn't mind it because that my son was in school.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And at the time, it was like no sports, no nothing at the time.
Right.
Whoops. That's what you get for
So,
thinking.
and it was like I was already in what 2 months in, and then I forgot that football season for the boot camp
Yep.
started back in June,
Oh.
like towards the middle of June, and I'm like, and I started back in like March. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta go back and change my availability
Availability.
to having off.
Right.
Well, like normally I was automatically off on Wednesdays as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesdays is an automatic given to me with being off because somebody else works that day.
Right.
And the only time I do work Wednesdays unless I take another day off throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But like I had to like take off Saturdays because it was Wednesdays and Saturdays for the boot
Right.
camp. And then starting in about 2 weeks, I had to go back to change my availability again.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's up.
It's 4 days a week.
Yep.
And practice starts at 4:30, 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I have to get off no later than 3,
Mm-hmm.
come home, change my clothes,
Yep.
get him situated, and go up to the school
Yeah.
by 4:35.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
What?
and I'm like, I should. I'm like, sports mom, sports mom, sports mom. I'm doing it because I love him. I'm doing it because I'm loving him. Because I'm doing it because I love him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I swear, like, and I don't get me wrong, I understand where he's coming from, like, as far as sports scene, because I played sports myself when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did wrestling. I was the only girl on the wrestling team throughout high school.
Wow.
The only girl.
Yeah.
And then I did girls softball.
Mm-hmm.
For girls softball, I was on a softball team since I was in like the 6th grade. But
Wow.
I didn't start doing wrestling until I was in my 9th grade year.
Yeah.
And thank Mary.
Mm-hmm.
And like my 9th grade year, that I had my neighbor at the time.
Yep.
Her son was on the wrestling team, and we were all like wrestle together, like because he knew that I can help him like practice and stuff.
Right.
So we would like practice, and all of a sudden he told his coach about me at the school that we went to the same school,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and
Unless you have a really effed up school district, normally the blocks don't get split in the middle.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
And like the only like when we used to go play for like other schools and stuff against other schools, and I would have to go up against one of the other males.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the other males from the other team didn't want to go against me because I was a girl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my coaches and everything would be like, well, she's stronger than most guys on majority of guys on the team.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
Either
grew
they get
up,
up and play or it's an automatic win for our team.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like me personally, like only reason why I was so strong is because like growing up, I was moving couches, refrigerators, deep freezers, anything that you can think of that was heavy, I was moving.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just don't ask me to do that now because my back is throwing out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was like strong,
Okay.
and I'm like, and they'd be like, "Well, she's a girl. We da 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 da," and they would tell my coach would be like, "Okay, put her against one of the strongest players on the team,"
Mm-hmm.
and I would beat them. And
That's,
they would be feeling all types of mad and upset because a girl beat them. And I'm like, you can't get mad because I outbeat you.
Yeah, they can.
Now,
I mean, yeah, they can be mad. That's true.
Yeah,
like,
they
they can
that,
be mad, but you can't technically can't be mad because you went up against a girl that was like half your size,
Yeah.
but strong as you.
Right.
but you're a girl. You're supposed to be a delicate little. You busted their ego. That's
Exactly.
exactly what it was.
That's my purpose in life is to defeat egos.
I ain't got a problem in somebody's balls.
But now it's just like
Uh-huh.
nowadays because of discrimination
Mm.
that now girls can do what guys can do now, like playing football and
Yeah.
stuff like that because they don't want a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my aunt and uncle adopted. Okay, it's my aunt's brother's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Daughter.
Yep.
Okay, the daughter went to jail and had a child.
Right.
The child is named Hennessy. Hey, there's a Hennessy, Oklahoma. So,
Yeah.
and there, but I think she got it because she was drinking a little.
Exactly. That's why I'm laughing. Mom's like,
Mama was a wild child. Mama was a wild child, and
exactly.
she was a wild child from day one.
Yeah.
And so they adopted Hennessy, and her Hennessy and my cousins, my first cousins, boys, were both on the team.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Mm.
I have nothing against girls playing sports, but I do believe that football, it needs to be different because a female going up against a bunch of males in
Yeah.
football, when you tackle them, most times it's head to head or
Yeah.
sideways. So
Yeah.
the guy is going to end up on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sharp, bony little knees and cleats. Male
Oh, yeah.
anatomy.
Yep.
So I don't believe that females should be in football because there's a chance that they could accidentally destroy some reproductive organs.
Mm-hmm.
But like I will say this now, it's just like over time because there are so many lawsuits in every state about girls
Mm-hmm.
not playing because they supposed to be females, supposed to be on the cheerleading team, and a lot of parents
Mm.
thought that it was sexist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to give you a prime example. What my son's friend, she's female. She plays on the same exact football team,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
and she gives most of these boys run for their money. I ain't gonna lie. She gives my son run for his money.
Wow.
She can take the hits and she can dish them out too.
Yep.
And so can Hennessy. But when a female dishes out a hit, normally they're more aggressive than the guys,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where my I don't think
Mhm.
females should be in football comes in.
Mm,
That's where that, but that's my opinion. Since
mm.
my daughter played soccer,
Yeah.
I looked. She got on the football team for about 3 weeks because the coaches were butts.
Mm,
I flat out told her I don't believe you should.
mhm.
Yeah.
I'm going to support you.
Yep.
I said you probably won't last long because of the coaches.
Mm.
Crystal,
And
you're breaking up.
oh, she turned around and used her cleats for soccer.
Mm.
So, uh,
Dude, speaking of football, oh Jesus, then right, and what gets me is that right after football in December is basketball,
Yeah.
and then from basketball to wrestling,
Wrestling. Yep.
and I'm like, oh my god, why?
Nope. Baseball.
Oh, he don't like baseball because he said he don't understand the sport. It's like
Oh.
hockey, can't can't understand it.
Mm.
Only thing that he knows and I know is three strikes you're out, and you have to run in a triangle. He's like more of a physical contact person
Mhm.
slash they argumentative when it comes in basketball because he likes to argue.
Yep. Hmm.
And he like these are sports that he loves. So I'm like, okay, as long as you love it, I like it.
Yep.
yep.
Mhm. Whew. Man.
But no, I had to set you up over here, give you a view. So your mater is watching you, and I am watching you.
Thank you.
Yep.
I love you.
Yeah. This
And
is the
then
only
like
thing I
and
don't
then
like
on top
about
of
this
that, I still
pattern.
got to finish
Look at
washing
my
clothes because I
photo.
put clothes in the wash. I
Teeny.
didn't take nothing out for dinner.
No, they twist.
Oh, okay.
Cause you see how this one, how it's doing, kind of twisting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about it.
Hmm.
But since it's cotton and it's going to be in the kitchen,
Yeah.
I don't worry about it too
Well.
much.
Mhm.
I figured out what I was making for dinner. I figured I'm
I'm
gonna
just
make big pork chops for dinner tonight. And there's leftover corn from yesterday, so I'm gonna wind up doing that.
Yeah, it's good.
yep. I
I
got
bought some
uh,
sirloin. I don't know if I'm
I,
gonna make it today though. I'm thinking I might wait till tomorrow.
I forgot to set my chicken out for dinner last night, so we had hot dogs.
I understand.
It's
Mhm.
thawed out, so
Yep.
I'm going to do baked barbecue chicken.
Mm.
Well, I do barbecue chicken normally in the crock pot, but
Mhm.
I'm only doing it 3 pieces, so no. I
Oh
can
yeah.
I can put it in a pan and let it go for an hour in the oven.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And otherwise it's crock pot and I leave it for 3 hours on low and no, not worth it.
Yeah. I don't feel like doing that. I was thinking about doing the same. I don't think I'm gonna do
Speaking of
If
crock
you were
pots, I gotta do. I'm making. I gotta take out my oxtails tonight.
hmm, yeah, if you were gonna do crock pot, I would have set it up before you went to work this morning.
it. Yep. Or
Yeah.
even at least noon.
Or even hand Moses the recipe and say,
Yeah.
"Here, you see everything here on the counter,
Yep.
plus this package that's in the ice box.
Mm.
Yeah.
Dump it."
Dump it in there.
Yeah,
I'm taking like when I go down to make dinner tonight. I'm going to take out my oxtails so I can throw them because like I'm going to be at work tomorrow, so I'm going to probably throw my oxtails in my crock pot. If I was at home, I normally put them in my big pot,
and
but
cook them. Yeah,
yeah, And I'm like, so since I'm gonna be at work, if I put it on like low for 8 hours, so by the time I come home, they should be done.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Well, if you have a keep warm feature,
I do.
then okay, then you could start right before you go to bed. You could put them in there and put everything in there and put it on keep warm right before you go to bed, and then when you get off work, and they're ready. It's doing the same. It's just a much lower temperature than low.
Mm.
Cause if I do it like, cause I have the warm low and the warmer,
Mm-hmm.
Or
so
low high.
I can start it on high, and once it cooks so long, it will go into like low mode where it still cooks, and then by the time I get off, it will go into warm mode.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's one thing I do love about crock pots. I don't have to stand over the stove.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I
warm.
did. I did the cook warm method on a Saturday night because I knew I wasn't going to get home until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon after church and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Got home, opened it up, and I put it in just straight water and any kind of seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
I norm because when I do crock pot chicken, I normally put barbecue on top. I didn't do that. I just put it just straight water, little extra chicken broth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Come home and I got some took out about half the water and added barbecue to it. Turned
That's
it
so
on
good.
low and left it for about 2 hours.
You're not robbing your house right from your food, right? I
I
hope
got
you
half a
know.
dozen people want to rob my yard.
Look, I like me personally, like as long as I'm fed, I'm okay. Then I'll let it digest before I get to your yarn.
Oh.
And
And I
Kelly,
just
your house is next
basically
because
just put shells
I
in it.
want some of your chicken Alfredo.
Oh yeah. I can
Yeah.
do that.
Cause yeah, I got a bone to pick with you with your chicken Alfredo, Kelly.
What about it?
See how you want to make chicken Alfredo without giving me none.
Oh,
So
it'd be a little
Yeah.
stale.
Oh, Mary's got an Instapot, and that's her hubby's.
Oh.
Yeah. See, um, I think I told you guys that I picked up some shelves um, about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
just brought them in and got them put in the craft room.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Give me
And
1 second, y'all.
okay.
My husband's calling, and I gotta figure out what he wants. Hey, Shelly.
Shelly.
Hi, Shelly. And the one shelf that I have back behind where I have my chair, I'm fixing to.
Mm-hmm.
I put some stuff in it, and I have another box and a tote box that I've got to empty into it and into the small one. And once I do that, I have a chair that
Yes.
go bye bye.
Yep. That's good. That'll help you organize some of your stuff.
Yeah, and I will have an empty tote box which I can put up in the attic and not have to worry about it.
Yep.
I just have to make sure and move the tote box so I don't accidentally add more yarn to it.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What's wrong with your project? You're
Oh,
looking like
nothing.
it
No.
fits.
No. I'm doing this. I'm just doing a washcloth.
Uh,
Yeah. So I'm just gonna throw it out.
that's what this is going to be.
Yeah, just the
Hey,
dishcloth, dish
Donna.
towel.
Yeah, it's
Hello.
repeat crafter me moss stitching around.
Mm.
That's all this is
Okay.
because the home cotton is a heavier cotton,
Mm-hmm.
and I take it down to let's see. Oh shoot! I can see what size hook I'm supposed to be using on this. That's how bad my eyesight has gotten. I can't even read.
That's the
I'm
reason why I wear contacts. Because if I wear my glasses, I'm going like this every single time because it will start slipping right down the middle of
Mhm. Oh, it's
my
storming.
nose.
Hmm.
Oh no. Well, maybe the rain will help everyone around there. I'm just sorry you can't get out because of it.
You
Mm-hmm.
can bring me some of that storm, Shirley, because I need it.
Yeah.
And then I want to give it to
Yes,
Kelly.
I'm like, no, no, thank you, I'm good.
Send
I'll
it
give
my
it to
way.
Kelly.
But I'm using a 5 on it, and it's supposed to be a 5.5 millimeter.
Yep.
So that makes the stitches a little bit tighter and a little smaller.
Okay.
And with it being a dick cotton, it works better for me
Okay.
because if I use um, she's in Michigan. If I use the 5 millimeter on I love this
Mhm.
cotton,
Yep.
it stretches
Just gets
actually.
real big. Mm-hmm.
Well, give me 1 second. I actually have one that I made like a year ago,
I just
and
realized I do not have any type of 3-weight yarn.
wow,
Do you have any Mandela?
What? Uh,
some of the Mandelas are actually 4 weight too.
oh,
Yeah,
never mind. Not lie. I do got 3-weight.
I know you do. I know if you have one of those,
Yep,
probably.
I got
Mandela
the
and
mandalas. There's four. I have only 4 mandalas.
okay,
But I know you
yeah,
have one.
yeah.
Cause I
To
was sitting
see,
here looking at my yarn, and I'm like, wait a minute.
can you see,
I don't have any
can
three
you see
weight.
the holes?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, never mind. I lied. I
I
got more.
know
I got more. A lot of 3-weight.
exactly.
and see this. See the holes,
Mm-hmm.
but once you wash it, it'll tighten up
Okay.
to smaller than this.
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I haven't been on any like of those people's tutorials. I really haven't been checking out anything major tutorial
As
wise. Yeah.
she's
Shelly, you
Late.
had this,
sound like me yesterday with my internet.
yeah.
Is it bad?
Yesterday was bad,
Mm-hmm.
but she's had
Oh,
this one out for a couple of years because
Mm.
I did a. She has in the round, rectangle, and then the triangle
Mm.
on how to do like a shawl.
Okay.
And sorry, I did a shawl for someone. Oh, thank you, Dania. And I've done the rectangle, and it went. I have no idea where now.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my sweaters, and I also do baby blankets in these because I'll get the number 4 and
ooh, Shelly.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
use a 6 millimeter on it, so I have spacing in it.
Oh, big. Let me look at the radar. Now you got me
Yeah,
curious.
I'm sitting here looking after I get done doing what I'm doing here. I'm thinking about doing a hat
Mm.
out of this. I don't know because I got about 13 of these.
Oh,
yeah, you can spare one.
I think you can. You might. I don't know.
Originally, I had about 15 of them, but I gave 2 of them to my neighbor.
Okay.
So I got 13 of these left.
Yeah, I haven't even. I've got 6 in there,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm going to pull them out of. I'm going to pull the box that they're in down and put them on a shelf
Mm.
so I can actually access them.
Yeah.
And then I have some on the front porch. I haven't even opened the box.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
And I still got to go to Joanne Hobby Lobby this week too because they're having a sale where everything's $1.50.
Yeah, that reminds me.
At
Crystals.
my local Hobby Lobby, everything, all yarn is $1.50. Doesn't matter if the price is like
Really?
yeah, the one I was telling you about over there in Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Wow.
the closest one to me. It's $1.50. But I looked at the one in Monroeville.
Mm-hmm.
Their sale is $3.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm going to go out to the Robinson to get yarn for $1.50 instead of going out to Monroeville.
Are you making me have to go over there? Yeah, my radar looks clear.
Yeah, but you got to remember she's
No, no, I know. No, no, I see where she is. Yeah,
yes.
Michigan is a. Oh yeah, and Illinois. Wow,
Okay,
those are big.
in store
big.
only. The shop is
Mm.
75% off. Online, it's 60%, 66%,
But you think
40%,
about it, every
40% off fall.
because you got to think about it, Crystal. Every state and every city on each state is different.
Oh, I know.
Cause like my clearance, even though like me and Kelly both live in the same state,
Hmm.
but her
Mhm.
clearance is different from my clearance. Where her clearance can be like $5, where I can get $1.50 off her yarn.
Well, this is the main website, so I'm looking at the weekly ad.
Mm-hmm.
Fall and climate core
Yeah,
is 40% off, and so is the fall floral.
Oh, floral. Yeah.
Um, Summer toys are 75% off.
Wow.
Some of the furniture is 75% off.
Oh, that is good. Wow.
Some of the home decor
Yeah.
is also 75. Is 50% off.
Hmm.
Yarn is 30. Does not include thread or floss.
Right.
Herbal art. Okay, that it's just showing on there the normal price on that.
Yeah.
So party category is
Mm-hmm.
50% off.
yeah.
50% off on frames.
Hmm.
30 on crafts. Mosaic tiles, gems, chips, stones, candle wax, candle gel.
Wow.
Hi, Angela.
Hey, Angela.
Hi, Angela.
Paper crafts. They have a circuit cricket for
Mhm.
250,
Hmm.
and then you can get the silhouette cameo full for 269.
Wow.
Okay, Master's Touch, the
Oh, the
art
paint,
supplies,
art supplies.
yeah,
Yeah.
brushes, pads, sketch pads, canvas, tubes, jar paints, mediums, and art tables and easels are 50%.
Hmm.
Nice. Jewelry making is 50%. Fabric is 50%.
Wow. Well, darn it. Does that mean I have to go to Hobby Lobby right now?
Yeah.
Uh huh. Okay. See, and the thing is, what they've been doing is when the yarn is on sale,
Mm-hmm.
the Yarnology hooks and other yarn tools have been on sale. It's not on this.
Right.
So,
There.
so I normally go to one that's 14 miles away in Waxahachie. The next one out is 20, 26 miles away.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Because I know, like, because I, like, only reason why I've been going to Joann's and Walmart, because those are two closest places that are close to me. Like, I can literally get off work, walk to work, within 5 minutes, I'm at Joann's.
Yeah.
And I get weekly emails talking about what's on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Hobby Lobby, I don't really go out there that much unless my aunt is going out there, and thank God that my aunt is going out to Lobby Hobby because she has to pick up some things herself.
Right.
So I'm like, can I
well,
go with you?
if you find this hook in purple
Mm-hmm.
that's like 6 millimeter, grab it. It's going to be $3, but grab it
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
because
That's a good one.
well, no, you keep it for yourself because that's the only hook I don't have for you.
Oh.
I've got the 4, the 5, 5.5,
Mm.
6.5, and 7.
Wow.
At least I think the 7. But the 6 is the one I've been looking for, and my store that's 14 miles away
Yeah.
has been out for 2.5 months.
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't had the hooks. Yeah.
Crystal, you're frozen. Oh, you was just frozen.
Hmm.
I figured
You was
they
just
have
frozen.
they have not had that 6 millimeter hook for 2 months.
Hmm.
So
If I find it, I'm going to pick up 2.
Mm-hmm.
One for me and one for you.
I have 4.
And Crystal. I mean, Kelly.
I have 4
My brain is shot.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
have
love you,
4 that
Kelly.
size. But I'm not going to send you one that it looks that's
Teeth marks.
like that. Yeah, this one's been dogified.
Someone's been chewing.
Yeah, she likes my red hooks. She's colorblind, but she likes my red ones.
Mm.
Because I thought about, like, because I know Kelly doesn't have any wool yet in her collection.
I can send her all that mohair.
Now I do have wool.
But have you got this kind of wool?
Oh, that's the good one. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
I have. You know, it's funny. I got some on clearance last year, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to knit this blanket." It hasn't happened, but that's the evil plan.
Oh yeah.
It's very nice. The roving. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
I went in and returned some bandanas that I bought.
Actually,
Hi, Ray.
Hey,
Hey,
Ray.
But I bought some bandanas, and so I have a $12.90 Hobby Lobby card.
Oh, I'm Kelly. A bunch of bad words. A bunch of bad words.
squeezy, squeezy. Yeah,
A bunch of bad words about that Pikachu.
good words.
You know that one?
I still love you, but I'm saying a bunch of bad words because I can't say what I want to say because I want that Pikachu.
Oh,
That's why I said a bunch of bad words.
oh, got it. Got
A bunch of bad words. I can't really say.
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine my bad words.
Yeah, no, we don't need your stream pulled down because of that.
Yeah. Let's not do that
Bad words, very bad words. Why would you show me a Pikachu?
because you were squeezing stuff. So I figured I'll just
Yeah.
jump in and do
Okay,
that.
I'm squeezing yarn. I'm not squeezing something that I might come to your house and get and leave.
Shelly, we understand if your internet lets you say yay. If not,
It's
we love
fine,
you.
Shelly.
Yeah.
I want your Pikachu. See, now I'm upset because I can't get the Pikachu.
We'll see.
My feelings are hurt.
Shelly, Kelly, send pattern.
I don't think there is one. I just sort of.
Now, if you do Pinterest,
Bless you. I heard somebody sneeze.
if you
My
do-
husband.
Oh,
if you do Pinterest, look up Pokemon patterns.
yeah.
I actually have a page saved that's got it's
Oh,
a link to 25 free Pokemon.
yeah.
Well, I want the Pikachu. Pikachu is my favorite.
Yeah, that's the only. Well, actually, you know what? Somebody has a life-size Snorlax, which
Oh,
I
good.
really want to make so bad. It's huge. It's like too big.
It's like all the Pokemon characters. One of my favorites is Pikachu,
Mhm.
Bulbasaur, and Charmander.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another one, but I can't remember his name. But I know he sleeps a lot.
Snorlax. That's the one. Probably
It looks like a big cat.
like a cat.
It looks kind of like a cat,
Mm-hmm.
and the eyes are X's, and it goes.
Oh, a teddy bear.
Oh,
That's him.
And then also too, I like Gigglypuff.
Oh, me too.
I like Gigglypuff.
Where he like writes on everybody's face.
Because it be cracking me up. Because, like,
Oh.
with Jigglypuff, with him, it's just him or her. I don't
Right.
know what the gender is. That he puts you to sleep and then get mad when you fall asleep and then
Right.
start writing all on your face. And I'm like, oh.
What the heck? Yeah.
I'm like, and then if you try to stay awake, what is the purpose of singing? And you know you put everybody to sleep. What's the
Right.
point?
I know that's that one. That's one that
Jigglypuff
doesn't make sense.
wants to be a rock star.
Yes.
That's how Commit sings.
But that Jigglypuff got severe anger issues.
Yes.
Badly.
Anger issues.
Because, like, I didn't really, like, I can't really be like, oh my gosh. Ray.
Yeah, there you go.
Wrestling.
Stage now, what would you be?
Probably, Shelly, probably.
Oh wow.
Hey, Lillian. That probably would be my stage name.
How you doing? Mm-hmm.
Don't get me in line on that one. That probably would be my stage name.
Oh.
Yeah, Mater was watching a video on Glow. You remember that, Kelly?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Glow. It's from the early 80s.
Yep.
Mid to late 80s.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, but somewhere.
Glorious Ladies of Wrestling.
Which was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Mount Fiji.
I'm trying to go on my Rolodex because I did watch a lot of 80s shows and movies growing up. So I'm trying to go back in my Rolodex.
Desktop, the Terminator.
Wow, that's pretty good.
My favorite
That's
character
really
was
Yeah.
that was my favorite actual one.
Oh, okay.
It was a behind the scenes documentary
Yeah.
on the ladies and how they lived and their lifestyle and stuff like that.
I'm sorry.
That is kind of funny though. That was pretty good.
Oh, I had to have my facial expression.
Yeah, that was great.
Yep.
Here's Shelly. Here's my washcloth.
Is that the half double I told you about?
No, this is just single.
I love you too.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That was just funny. Okay, come back, collect myself.
That was good.
Collect myself. Okay.
Yeah, I like those names. Like you have to have a good name.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I don't even want to go there with mine. I don't even.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sitting here crying.
That's pretty good.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Only thing I can say is oh my Lord.
Yeah. So yeah.
Ooh. Oh my Lord.
Okay, baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is baby all right, Crystal?
I need to get something, but I don't need that extra protein that's in there.
No.
I'm still on the phone with money.
Tell not my sweetheart.
All right.
Well, Money Maniacs is not my sweetheart, and his wife is Sweet Pea. We were on the live one time, and I was trying to get my sweetheart's attention. I was Mater. Didn't work. Fine. Sweetheart. All of a sudden, I had two heads go. Whoop! They both turned and looked at me. I was like, no. It's my sweetheart. You're not my sweetheart.
You're
so
not.
not my sweetheart. You can pay attention to something else. And it's like, okay.
That's funny.
And it stuck.
Wow. That's right. This is Wednesday. Man, these days are
Yeah.
starting to roll together.
Man, that's how I
Yeah.
felt yesterday. Because like I had work Sunday, yet Monday into yesterday. For
Mm.
some reason, I'm thinking yesterday was the day, and I'm like, wait a minute, today's Tuesday.
Did I miss something?
I
Mhm.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I woke up thinking that I got woke up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I'm like sitting there like, is tomorrow Wednesday or Tuesday?
Mm.
I happened to grab my phone and look at my phone. And I was like, oh, tomorrow's Tuesday. I have to go to work.
Mm.
Thank God it was an early shift on Tuesday
Mm.
where I was like 7 to 3.
Right.
So I was okay with that. But I'm
Yeah.
like, ugh. I like when 2 o'clock comes, I swear I'm not. I'll be trying to ready to go home at 2. Like, and then like I purposely try not to take a break at work because we're like if you're like a crew trainer or I'm an employee that like you automatically give up breaks.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I don't want to break. I don't want to break. I don't want to break. I'm trying to go home a half an hour early.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, Ray. And I'm like, but then there'll be times where like I do want to break because I'm kind of sleepy. So
Mm.
Yeah.
yesterday I did take a break because like I fell asleep like for those 30 minutes and I fell asleep outside.
Oh, wow.
I fell asleep sitting outside because I went outside to
Wake up, have a cigarette.
mm, and
Wow.
I'm like I'm sitting out there. I had smoked a cigarette and I'm sitting there also on my phone. So
Mm-hmm.
I put my phone back in my back pocket
Oh.
and I was like this sitting on a bench
Oh my.
Mm-hmm. Done
and
that.
my manager came out was like, you 15 minutes over your time. I'm like, oops.
Oh.
I literally fell asleep sitting there at the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine doing that at 3 o'clock in the morning
Oh yeah.
on overnight shift at a convenience store. I literally am standing against a door jamb and I have
Mm-hmm.
my head tilted back. I am in the one spot in the store that you can't that was not on camera.
Wow. That is funny.
Uh-huh. And I had a customer come in. I go, "Good morning. How can we help you?" They go, "You were asleep, weren't you?" I said, "Can't prove it. Why? It's not on camera." They said, "Okay."
Oh my goodness.
That's one thing I did not like about doing overnights because, like, when I used to do overnights at my old job, that my overnights was from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Mm.
Ooh. No, mine was either 10 to 6 or 11 to 7.
Like my last job is because that we didn't have the staff because and all the people left at 9 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
and nobody else didn't come in until 7, other than the opening manager.
Wow.
The opening manager that came in the next day came in at about like 5:36,
Mm.
and it would be me and one other person doing the overnight shift, and me and the other person had to both be there at 9 o'clock, no later than 9:30, in
Wow.
order for the store to run.
Mm.
And
Mm-mm.
then the opening manager would come in about 5:30.
Wow.
And if me or the overnight person would have left exactly at 6,
Mm-hmm.
she will be the only person in the store by herself until 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's scary. Mm.
So my schedule was from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. 13 hours.
That's too long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I would come home and I would not fall asleep until about like 10 o'clock in the morning
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
because I couldn't go to sleep straight right away.
Right.
Yeah, you never can.
You're like wound up.
I would get off at 7, get home about maybe no later than 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there laying there, can't go to sleep until like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning,
Wow.
and then have to turn, and I would sleep all day until my
Mm.
alarm went off.
Right.
And the
And
only
that's at
time I
7
ate,
o'clock.
and like the only time I ate is when I had got to work, because I would get up, drink my coffee, and right out the door for work.
Wow.
Yep. Oh, I saw a TikTok today. Um, Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Guy stops
Hello.
at Guy and his boss are on their way to work. Stop at McDonald's. He gets a large frappe. He didn't say what flavor, not color.
Right.
And he wants it in a regular large cup. He doesn't want it in the large frappe cup. He
Mm-hmm.
wants a regular cup. Then they go to the gas station.
Mm-hmm.
He gets the mocha, the Java
Mm-hmm.
coffee, and he gets the double strength one, the espresso one.
Oh wow.
And he pours that in with his frappe.
Mm.
Boss looks at him, says, "How strong do you want that?" Guy says, "I want it strong enough to show up on a pee test."
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, there are
Okay.
days that I could have had it that I could have used it that strong.
Mm. Interesting.
Now you can stop at I know OnQ in Oklahoma has espresso shots, so you could buy that at the register. Go ahead and get your coffee and everything, and then there are shots at the register,
Oh
and
wow.
they just leave the K cups.
Oh,
Mm.
y'all two
Or
keep busy. I gotta go check on something because I heard a noise.
Mm.
uh-oh. So I mean, if you need a lot of coffee, okay.
Now you got me thinking about making some. And I'm like,
Yeah, the thing I like about this pattern though,
yeah,
look at how it grows.
yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah, and you can literally, if I took this entire ball, it would end up being about 10 inches across.
Yeah, that's amazing. Hmm.
Yeah. So if you have a own of yarn, which they're actually kind of cheap at Walmart right now. I thought about it.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're like nice. They used to be 12.
12, right? Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
so you could take that and make trivets
Mm-hmm.
to put it on, because this is the 8515
Mm-hmm.
blend. You could take the cone yarn and you could actually make like one in the center, a centerpiece,
Mm-hmm.
and use it for when you got holidays.
Wow.
Nothing in the white circle.
Yeah, I
Sorry, guys. And the bad thing is, I don't drink coffee.
mm-hmm.
I will do Coca Cola or tea.
Mm. Yeah, I
Now, if
know. I was
it's
just
a,
thinking.
yeah, and if nobody has I'll go for Pepsi. I
Mm.
don't like it, and it tastes nasty, but well, it's got the caffeine I need. So
Yeah. Yep. That's funny.
yeah, but I'm gonna uh I'm gonna do this one ball up and see exactly how big it is, and then I can always frog it back
Mm-hmm.
and go from there.
Yeah.
But I moved stuff yesterday, and
You're
I
exhausted.
found no, I found my 3-weight cotton,
Oh.
because you
Nice.
see how thin that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is DK weight.
Yeah.
So I have 6 skeins in there in the craft room. I've got
Mm-hmm.
this and a half a skein because I made one wash rag out of it,
Oh, okay.
and then I have some. Whew,
That's you.
Kingfisher blue, and then I have some. They call it tea rose, so it's supposed to be a pink, but
Okay.
it's a lilac I'll have to get it out and send you a picture of that on Messenger because
Mhm.
it's actually in the tote box that I'm going to be clearing.
Cool.
But yeah, and I can use the 5 millimeter with that.
Mhm.
Get a. Instead of doing a 25 across like I would do with my half double,
Mhm.
um, would have to do 30 across,
Right.
30 stitches back and forth because it's that thin.
Mm.
And when I pay to get that shipped over from the UK,
Yeah. Pricey.
oh yeah, but I
Mhm.
mean to me it's worth it because I've got the washcloth. I haven't had to throw it in the washer right now because
Mhm.
I'm using it as a coaster.
I
Okay.
figured out the noise.
Uh-oh.
I'm afraid to ask.
My cat tried to get back in.
Mhm.
She launched at the window.
Oh.
Uh,
Cause like
Wow.
where I live at, there's a tree next to my house.
Oh, okay.
So if nobody don't answer the door, she climbs up the tree on like where my side porch is. She climbs up the tree, walk across the branch onto my rent, like my side porch.
Yeah.
And if nobody don't answer,
Mhm.
and remind you, my cats are Houdinis,
Right.
oh yeah, aren't they all?
and she would like if nobody don't answer, she will go back that like literally get back on the branch, go back down the tree,
Wow.
walk to the front of the house, and remind you, me and my son had switched rooms.
Mhm.
She will cut, and my son's room is in front of the house,
Mhm.
so she would climb up the pole or whatever to my front porch
Right.
and try to get in that way.
That's
And
crazy.
she slammed her head into the window trying to see if my son was home.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what the hell? And come to find out it was her because like as soon as I had peeked my head out the
Sounds
window,
like a human being breaking in, right?
yeah, I peeked my head out the window. She looked at me because she was about to go back down,
Yeah.
and
She
she's
looked
looking
at
at
you and
me,
she went,
looking at her, and she came in the door right in the house.
Yeah. She knows what's up.
oh yeah.
Because at first I thought it was my husband. I'm like, what did you do? What happened?
Mhm. Nope. He's innocent.
And it
This
was my
time
my cat that banged the window.
They do that. Yeah, they'll break in.
I just have one that's she is queen of the house and she doesn't care.
Mm.
It's my adult cat. Because she's all black. And then
Mm-hmm.
the kitten is a tuxedo. She's black and white.
Okay.
So the black Michael was going out this morning and we have that divider in the dining room from the dining room to the living room. All of a
Yeah.
sudden I thump thump because she weighs as much as my dog. And my
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
dog is a good 10 pounds.
Hmm.
So
Oh yeah,
when
my one cat that you the white face one,
mm-hmm,
she weighs a solid 15 pounds,
Wow.
yeah.
Piggy.
and she
I
don't
heard
even
it.
look it.
Yeah. The thump thump because she came across the living room. Then she hit that um, divider
Mhm.
because it's got a gate on it and she hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then she launched herself.
Oh wow.
Literally, she missed the entire dining room.
Ooh.
It's a small dining room.
Right.
And she missed the entire dining room,
Oh.
landed in front of the ice box, which is actually right directly here from me.
Mm.
So she missed about 10 foot.
Wow.
And I told my,
Like Kelly, you seen the one that was outside the other night, right?
Mhm.
yeah.
She just sitting. Ask Kelly. She was sitting there out there just chilling, playing,
Mhm.
and everything. And remind you, she had just got home for disappearing for 2 days.
Yeah. Which is
And
weird.
I'm like, dude, like where you been at for 2 days?
I've been out hoeing around.
Pretty much.
But the thing is, like, what gets me, like, I know all the male cats, they're fixed. So thank God I don't really have to worry about getting them fixed because I know the owners of the other cats,
Yeah.
and those ones is all fixed because mine ain't fixed. And the only thing I really have to worry about is like because I know where I live at is like wooded area, so there's possums.
Mm-hmm.
So I only thing I have to really worry about is possums and groundhogs, and we do have skunks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, don't get me wrong, they're updated on their shots. They are. But I'm just like, there'll be times that I come when they come home, I'm like, did you
Yeah.
get into it with a dog, a
Mm-hmm.
possum, a skunk, or a groundhog? One of the four they got into it with.
Mm.
Because they come back like, so, like, it'll be like blood everywhere all over them. Because they're a majority white.
Yes, Nancy.
Majority, between both of them, majority on both of them is white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
we
if
can
I'm
hear your cat. Your cat's crying now.
actually right now they're not in the right now they're outside now.
It sounded like it was meow. It's
They're
either
both
that
outside right now.
or Kelly's husband is watching Star Wars and I'm hearing Chewbacca. You know,
Not
Both
sure
of
what
them
that
is
is.
outside right now.
Let me see how loud.
well, it just got right there where I could hear it. I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
it's weird.
Because neither one of mine is home. They've been gone since this morning.
Oh.
yeah, and
So I honestly don't know where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check the tree.
Check the tree.
Oh, they
yeah.
have a tendency of chasing squirrels. So
That is funny.
I thought
okay, I
that
don't
was
see them in the
dog
tree.
prerogative.
I don't see them
But
in the
no,
tree, so they're nowhere in the neighborhood. Because I'm looking at the squirrel at the top of my tree now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not in the tree. So I don't know where they at.
So they're chilling, yeah, wherever they are. They're not.
Because like the black face one, she'll come home every night.
Mm.
The white face one that what Crystal. The only reason why I say this because Crystal gave them the names white face and black face.
because one of them's got more of a white face and the other one's more black.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
And they're sisters. They're both tuxedo cats. So
Yep.
That's funny.
yeah,
oh, please, Dunia. I hope not.
and what's funny, like
Oh, no. Oh,
everybody that lives around me also own dogs too.
yeah.
There is like also to also have deer, but it's like the deer. I normally don't see the deer until I like leave out early morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
That's the only time I see the deer.
Hmm.
But it's just like at night, like 10, 11 o'clock when I'm sitting outside,
Yeah.
I would see a groundhog,
The rest of them.
possum, stray cats, or a skunk. Those are only three between 9 and 1 o'clock in the morning.
Creepy.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, because I live around wooded area, so you know they're gonna adapt.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it'll be times like when they come back, and be like when they do get into it with another animal.
Something.
Wow.
I'm thinking they got into it with a dog because everybody that lives around me has dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But come to find out, they got into it with a possum or another cat.
That's weird.
And I'm like, I will clean them up. Like, and they are vaccinated because they're indoor and outdoor cats. I do go get them checked every 6 months
Mm-hmm.
because of that reason.
Wow.
Yeah.
And because I know there's like possums here, and you know how possums can carry rabies.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
So
reason why I get them updated every 6 months.
Mm.
So can the skunks if they're around a lot of the possum population. If there's a high possum population, skunks and groundhogs and other animals will carry it. So,
Gross.
but
It's
yeah.
like with them, they're normally get into it with dogs, cats, possums, but very rare with a possum because I only had one incident with a possum. One incident.
Yeah.
One
Night,
incident, but
Dania.
Yep. See you later.
see you later. I only had one incident with a possum,
Yeah.
but it was just like the others was named normally dogs or stray cats,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't do well with dogs or at all.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make sure when you come down to visit, they stay home.
right.
I don't need my old lady gutted.
Like they're
Well,
really good. Like if
almost,
you're in a house
almost
and
season.
like if you're in a house, if they're in a house, they're very antisocial.
That's funny.
Very antisocial. Like I'm going to tell you this now. If both of y'all with y'all husbands come here to my house, right? The white face one, the one that Crystal calls, she will sit at the top of my steps and look at y'all like, why are y'all in my house?
Mm-hmm.
She
Oh, we
is
get
so
the death glare.
antisocial, it ain't even funny.
I believe it.
And then the other one, if it was just like y'all two females, she'll come interact with y'all. But if y'all husbands, good luck with that, because
Yeah.
she would just look at your husband's like she'll come down, be nosy, see who you are, and then you try to go pet her. She'd be like, don't come pet me.
I
Like I'm interacting with y'all, but don't touch me.
don't know
Yeah.
you.
Like, and then on top of that, like the white face one, when I have company come over, she would like if you over here for like at my house for like 3-4 days, doesn't matter how long you're here at my house. The only time that you will see her, unless she's coming up to eat, that's it.
Mm.
The other one, she'll come down in the kitchen, roam the house, see who
And
you are, and
she'll
stuff
hide
like
and
that.
sit there and look. And if you do something wrong, she's gonna attack you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
That
like
that's
she's
the
also
adult
the type
cat.
of cat too, where like she's not one of those ignorant, aggressive cats. She's one of the cats like she will let you in the house and let you walk past her and stuff like that, but just don't touch her until she get used to you. Because they're the type of cats that like you have to be here more than 2 days in order for you to touch them.
Yeah,
Just don't touch them. That's
it's
all
because
I ask from anybody. Don't touch them.
it's because they're outside cats too, so they're half feral, even though they're inside cats.
And
It's
they're
just
real iffy about everything.
yeah,
Because
it's just
even when
their
my
problem
son's
for
friends come
being.
over, I'll be telling them like my son will have to tell them like, look, the only way that you can touch them unless I'm sitting there touching them first, and that's when you can touch them.
Mhm.
They're like more of a how can I put this?
They're guard dogs.
Pretty much. It's like they're friendly cats. They really are. They're very friendly, but they're suspicious of everything
Which
and
I
every
can't blame
single
them for.
one that comes into the house. They're very suspicious. Very suspicious.
Treats.
Oh crap! It's almost 5 o'clock. I gotta go start dinner soon. About like another 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and get off because I did start late and I still have to start dinner.
Hey, Scout. Treats.
Oh, no.
Come here, baby. Come here. Scout. Giving my dog treats. She's been behaving today.
I'm trying to
And
get my fro back. Ooh, I want
that's her.
beef jerky.
Well, that's what she gets is the original beef jerky. Or any
I want some
flavors
beef
or
jerky.
anything.
Callie?
Beef jerky.
Yeah, this is. I'll snack on it too.
I'm trying to get my fro back, y'all.
It looks like it's trying to go there.
Trying to get it back. Because it was straight back, but I'm playing with it, trying to get my fro back into the way I want it.
The fro.
I miss my fro. And speaking of blackface, she came in here too.
Oh, I missed it.
She looked mad as hell.
No,
Mm.
she's on the floor, so okay.
She looked mad.
What'd you do to her?
I don't know. She probably just got home. I don't know. Probably my husband let her in when he was probably sitting out there on the porch.
Mm-hmm.
She looked mad.
Yeah.
Because she just gave me the look of death.
Yeah, they're good for that.
She just gave me normally they don't give me the look of death, but the look of death. Like,
How dare you?
yeah, like I did something wrong to her. I didn't do it.
Right.
She literally just looked at me and just like came upstairs and just
Yeah.
and now she's just chilling.
Mm.
She probably got into it with somebody because she's over there bleeding on her tail.
Oh no.
I'll probably look at it and see what kind of bite mark it is.
Yeah, see, baby girl, the adult cat, I didn't name her.
Mm.
I did not name her.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would be quiet
Yeah.
because she does not meow. If she meows, something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And what the
But
killer part is too is like with her and her sisters. I swear to help me God, they be fighting like dogs.
Mm.
And they both live in the same house. Like they're sisters, blood born sisters, same glitter, everything.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that she probably got into it with one of my neighbor's cats that lives down the street, or she got into it with her sister.
Mm.
Because those two, when they go at it, they go at it.
Hmm.
that's
But
where you
I'll
just
look up
want
the
to.
back bite marks.
That's where
Oh,
you just
she
want to knock
alright.
on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that ain't no bite mark. That's just a sting that she's trying to get off because she got into something.
Mm.
She got into something and she's trying to lick it off.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was blood at first. But for like you know how when you look at something at first glance you think it's blood, but it's not.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like paint.
Wow.
But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. 'Cause I still have to go cook dinner,
Yeah.
and I don't want to.
Mm.
Join the club.
I don't even want to make dinner. I
He's
don't
been
feel
helping
like
me, but I'm still cooking. And
Yeah.
this heat, no.
and I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
Because
we're
I
higher
know
heat and
Mm-hmm.
yesterday my husband cooked.
Bye, Mary.
Bye, Mary.
Bye, Mary.
Mm.
No, yesterday I cooked. Today's my night to cook because we each like between the three of us.
Mm-hmm.
We each have 2 nights to cook between me, my husband, and my son.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So we each take 2 days to cook.
222. Yeah, it's nice.
Like 2 days for him, 2 days for me, 2 days for my son.
Mm-hmm.
So we each take 2 days to
Right.
like cook some. So tonight is my second day to cook. Then tomorrow will be my son to cook.
That's good.
So it's like I'm like thinking to myself, I'm thinking like, baby, can you please cook dinner? But
Please.
he's like, no, tonight is your night, so you have to cook.
Right.
That's how I felt too. Like, mm. But starting tomorrow, will be his night to cook, so I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to cook for the next 4 days.
That's good.
That's one
Yeah,
thing I can always say. I taught my every child that comes in my house, I do try to teach them how to cook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good.
mm-hmm.
I do try something basic. Like I always start with like microwavable stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As you're like what 5, 6, 7, 8 years old,
Yeah.
maybe 9, you're gonna learn how to use a microwave.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're hungry and I'm like doing something, you can go in there like pop something in there.
Yeah.
But when I know that you get into that point in time where you're tall enough to reach over the stove,
Yep.
I didn't really see what
You
you're
can,
doing.
yes,
Right.
and I'm like, come on, I'm going to teach you how to make stuff. And my son's at that point where he can see over the stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm in the kitchen with him.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But he's at the point right now he can stand at the stove and look down into the
Yeah,
pot.
Mm.
because
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
afraid that he might burn the house down. That's the reason why I'm still in the kitchen with him.
I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in the kitchen, and he be coming up to me talking about, how do you do this? How do you? I'm like, look, this is what you do. This is how you do it, and
Mhm.
this is what you're gonna do until something else tells you different.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And I love it. Like, he's actually curious. He's actually a pretty good cook.
All right.
He made the other day. He made baked potatoes the other day
Mm.
for the first time
Mm-hmm.
in the oven.
Nice.
I was in there with him.
Mm-hmm.
He was just kind of scared to like put the baked potatoes in the oven and
Mm-hmm.
then take them out.
Yeah.
Thank God I make homemade pot holders, so don't have to worry about that.
Hmm.
It's
So
good.
I was like, look, you take these pot holders when it's like really hot, take them, put them on there, pull them out, and you take the pot holders and then aluminum foil and take them out. And
Mm-hmm.
you just sit them there for a couple seconds, like cool off, and
Mm-hmm.
they're done.
It's cool.
Because I'm trying to teach him the same way like my grandparents taught me, because my grandparents always told me one day we ain't gonna always be here.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to teach you why it's still early to teach you how to cook, to fend for yourself. So when that time comes, when
Mm-hmm.
you get out on your own, you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
So that's the reason why. Another reason why I'm teaching him the same way I was taught, because we was always taught in my family, like, one day we might not always be here. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what the age is,
Yeah.
Yep.
and they wanted
Sorry,
us to
that
like
scene
think, like
earlier is
attempt
got
to
me.
think for ourselves.
Yeah, and I mean that's both my kids. I looked at them. They're like, "Well, mom, you can cook." I was like, "Uh huh," and so can you. Do you know why? Why? Because mama's not always going to be. Yeah, you are. You're going to live with me till you're 45 or 50. Bye.
Yep.
And my daughter took like nobody's business. She's took it and took off running with it.
Mm-hmm.
And my son, he does the basics. God bless him. Microwave food, pizza rolls, hot pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Now I had some leftover rice, and
Yeah.
I put that was leftover from 3 days ago. No, 2 days. Yeah, 3 days ago. And last night I actually had leftover hot dogs. Scary
Okay.
as it is, I put those in the same deal as the chicken and rice.
Mm.
Because I was gonna, get them out. You rinse them and you put them in water for about a couple of minutes and heat them up, and they're good to go. I went in there this morning because I was going to use the rice for omelets
Yeah.
instead of potatoes. Rice. That's my starch. It's leftover. It was a Nor rice size, so it was flavored rice. Had bits of chicken about like that.
Wow.
You throw it in the pan, heat it up, and while it's going, and you make sure there's a little bit of moisture in the pan, because otherwise your rice is going to pop.
Right.
See, Chris, I'm coming to your house to eat. Like, one thing, like, my grandparents always said, she did it with me, because, like, I'm the oldest grandchild of 8 grandkids.
Oof.
The oldest of 8. No, 9. Sorry, correction. The oldest of 9 grandkids.
Yeah.
I'm number 2 of 4, and we added 4 more. So I'm technically
Think about
2
it.
of 8.
I am the oldest of 9 grandkids, because my younger cousin is a year older than my son. She just turned 13. My son just turned 12.
Oh, okay.
And My thing is, like, when she taught me, she always said, in the first few years, always be in the kitchen with them
Oh yeah.
when they're learning
Hmm.
until they feel comfortable
Right.
doing it by themselves. And I didn't feel comfortable like with me. I didn't feel like comfortable like cooking by myself until I was like 14.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and ever since I've been cooking full course meals.
Mm-hmm.
10 years old.
But you gotta think about it. Back then, grandparents and our older generation would leave us in the kitchen and cook meals.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, legal issues.
Right.
Oh no! Nowadays, the parents don't even know how. Most of the parents, like my daughter, she's 20.
Hmm.
Okay, or she will be in a couple of next.
I
Actually, a
don't
month.
want legal issues in my house.
Yeah.
Like, even though
Okay, no. Here's the thing. There are children my daughter's age who cannot take a Michelina microwavable meal, read the directions, and microwave it.
Wow. Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
That's
They don't.
My
There's
son
a
can
lady.
do that.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
he's only 11.
Here's one.
He can take one of those meals and put it in the microwave and read the directions and know how to do it.
Mhm.
Here's one even better. My that is just older than me. I've only got him older. He's 2 years older than me. 2 years old ahead of me in school. There was a girl in his class that could not boil water.
Mm.
Okay.
I have a friend
Then-
like that. I
Mm.
honestly do have a friend like that lives here in the city. I just trying to let me ask you this: how do you burn water? How do you burn water?
I, I I don't know because I luckily have never done it.
Yeah.
I had, but my grandmother had, and
Wow.
she way years ago. So, but the girl we had an assign. I was in class with her and a few. I was the only one. I was a freshman in a class of juniors,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and she paired me up with three other girls,
My
and
goodness.
we had to make a meal. Literally looked at them. I said, "What can y'all?" I said, "What can you cook?"
Mm-hmm.
One of them goes, "I do spaghetti."
Okay.
I said, "Okay." I said, they said, why should you be in charge of, like, honey, I can make a 5-course meal out of 3 ingredients. They go, I said, you've had the food my brother's made. They said, yeah. I said, I
Mm-hmm.
cook just as well as him. They go, okay, so you're in charge of the group. I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I had one doing the noodles.
Yeah.
I had one doing garlic bread.
Wow.
The one that could burn water,
Mm.
she got to do the salad.
Good.
In
Yeah.
the bag salad.
The bag salad. I love it.
And I was
and I've been
doing
sitting here thinking to myself, like,
spaghetti sauce.
it reminds you this particular friend that lives in my that live close to me. Been friends
Mm.
with her for years. I had invited her to my house one day for dinner,
Yep.
and only thing I asked her to do was put a pot of water on, right? A
Mhm.
decent sized pot. There was like a medium sized pot.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Look, I need you to like, cause I think I was
Okay.
I was making linguine.
Mm-hmm.
I was
All right,
making
I gotta be
linguine that
right
night.
back. Mother Nature's saying you've had too much to drink today.
Right.
You're fine. And I was like, well, I'm making linguine,
Mm-hmm.
and I need you to boil the water, put
Wow.
the linguine in, let it boil for about like 5 to 10 minutes, and it
Yeah.
should be done.
Right.
I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, take a shower.
Mm-hmm.
By the time the boy, I was like, don't put the noodles in until, because
Right.
I like to use thin spaghetti noodles for my
Mm-hmm.
linguine.
Yep.
So I was like, once it boils, put the noodles in,
Oh God.
where it would take about 5 minutes. I was
Yep.
like, just wait until it boils, because then within about
Right.
like a couple minutes, your noodles should be done if you let it boil first and stuff like this. But I'm gonna go take a shower.
I can tell where this is going, but
Oh my god. She burnt my pot.
wow.
Just boiling water. And I was only in the shower.
Mm-mm.
I was only in the shower for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
15 minutes.
that's too long though.
And I'm like, I was wondering, like, why do I smell something burning?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the shower getting, like, after I smelled it when I was in there, but I didn't pay it no mind. Because
Yep.
I'm thinking, like, you know how sometimes in your neighborhood fires happen?
Mm-hmm.
Or you lit a
Your house.
candle or a piece of paper or stuff
Right.
like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't think
Kelly.
nothing of it. I get out this I'm
Yeah.
using the words out your mouth, Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Heifer.
Yep.
This heifer burnt the water and burnt my pot, my good pot,
Mm-hmm.
my good pot, and I was so mad.
Oh, I believe it.
And then had a nerve to tell me that after the fact that she
Mm.
did not know how to cook. And I'm like, if I would have known that, I would have never had you do my noodles for my little weenie.
But I'm saying just
I was so. If
yeah,
you was there that day and heard some of the things that came out my mouth to her,
yeah.
you would be sitting there laughing.
Wow.
You'd be like laughing and be like, why?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here you
I
go.
was upset.
She's quiet.
I'm like, dude, how do you burn water and the pot at the same time? Like, it was so bad, my pot started to my pot caught on
No.
fire.
Yeah, it is she burnt it. She left the fire on when all the water evaporated,
Mm-hmm.
and
But there was no water in it.
There was no water in it.
Right, at all. Like that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Yeah.
and there was no water in it, so it started trying to cook itself.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I was
Yeah.
so
And
mad.
mother
And
did
it was
that.
my good pot too, because it was like one of those pots that you spend a pretty penny on.
Of course, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was mad.
Mm-mm-mm.
I wound up spending about $35 on this pot.
It's sad. Yep.
Okay, Kelly, she's watching you. Every time Kelly moves, her head goes.
But I'm gonna go ahead and end
Excuse
tonight
you.
because I still have to go make dinner.
Yep.
I will call y'all in a group chat between the three of us.
Okay.
Okay.
So everyone, good night, and I'm trying to get
Well-
for everyone that's watching. I'm trying to get my fro back. That's why it looks like this. It was like this in the beginning, but now I got it like this. But I will call y'all in a group chat between the three of us.
Here's my blankie or my little thingy.
Washcloth.
So on that night, I will
Sitting here
call y'all
yawning.
later.
All right. Take care.
See everyone later.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
Love y'all.
Bye. Love you too, honey.
See ya.
See ya.